Hello everybody, Scarecrow here, and today we're going to be unboxing the Twisted Grandma animatronic from Spirit Halloween. I just picked her up from, not a local Spirit Halloween, but one a little bit of a drive away opened up. And this is an animatronic that a month or two ago, I honestly, well I guess it's not been 2 months since these got revealed, but maybe about a month ago, I wouldn't have been a huge fan of. But, I mean, she's a zombie. I view her as a zombie, not really possessed. The voice could be better. I don't mind the puppet mouth. I do kind of have a lot to say about this thing. Now, you might notice I'm not in my usual filming area. That is because that area is an absolute mess right now with haunt stuff and animatronics set up, a bunch of Home Depot animatronics I got that I never made videos on. I'll pop a picture of it on screen if I can, but yeah. We're here to talk about the Twisted Grandma. So she is, of course, new for 2025. Here's the new boxing. I don't really like the white circle. They should give this a background. It just looks weird. Of course, here's the side of her box. I really like the seeming action things that they're doing. So I ended up returning Monkey Business, which is a prop I never even unboxed on the channel as well. Returning Monkey Business for her. And of course, I have about $100 in credit I can use, but there's her story. I'm not going to read all that. I've actually never read the story. She's $230, which is a pretty good price for her, honestly, especially with the coupon. And then here's the other side of her box with the size comparison. So I did get to see this thing in person once, but not again today because I went to a different Spirit. But this could be my first time really opening her up and getting a detailed look at her. So yeah, let's get straight to it. Sorry if this video is a bit of a mess. I am kind of working with what I can right now. Lots of stuff. I had to clear this corner out in my living room. It's kind of awkward to film in here. It might be echoey, I'm not sure. Let's open her up. The first thing I'm noticing straight up is that she doesn't have the pull-out tray that most animatronics have had this year. See her hands. You can assume her head is in this box. Some poles. See if we can just slide her out. Okay. Try to keep her box in nice of condition as possible. So here is what we see when we pull it out. Let me try to move this up out of the way. Okay. So I think I'm going to need to grab scissors to cut these out. But here are her instructions. Let's see, is there anything else I can really get out of here? No, I don't think so. Some poles, very nice poles. She is made by Techie, so I am hoping for some good quality on her. See her face right in there. Let me grab scissors and cut this thing out. Okay, so I cut all of the twist ties. So here's her adapter. And then let's just get to pulling stuff out, I guess. I believe most of her body's one piece. Here's her control box. Ooh, Techie's doing covers. I might have seen that on another prop. I thought there was another prop I opened this year that had a cover. This is a nice control box. Let's see. I guess that's kind of her dress with a built-in hip loop. Bottom of her dress, I'm assuming. Yeah. And then I think it's just mainly her body piece here. I think she's very few pieces. Yeah, pull her out. There she is. Actually, we'll get to her body in a second. Here's just the box that her head came in, and then here's the base. So yeah, she really does not have much to her, which is kind of a blessing. Her box is actually a pretty nice size for storage. Let's take a look at her though. She's a very similar dress to Miserable Marie, as well as the original Gruesome Granny, but I do really like how she looks, and the hair on mine does not look bad. I've seen some with some awkward looking hair. I really like the detailing on this thing. Alright, let's get to her parts. Alright, so for her parts, you have the bottom part of the dress with the built-in hip loop, the body with all the hands, wires, stuff like that, her base, 2 poles, the instructions, her adapter, and her control box. The first thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and snap both poles into the snap blocks on the base. And then you want to go ahead and snap the control box on. Sorry I couldn't really show this step, but the snap blocks weren't lining up correctly. You can kind of see this one isn't fully out. But next you want to go ahead and take the dress with the built-in hip loop and attach that. And the dress actually has a thing that tells you where the back is, so you want to make sure that is, of course, facing the back of the animatronic. So just like that, make sure the colors match up. And of course, make sure this is facing the back of the animatronic, which is kind of the front because of course the granny faces backwards and turns. And then I'm sure you can go ahead and plug in the sensor wire coming from the dress into the wire coming from the control box. So after you do that, you want to go ahead and look into the granny's body, and you want to detach the cotter pin, and then go ahead and put the granny onto the control box piece that we just put on, and then make sure to reattach the cotter pin to keep her stable. After you do that, you want to make sure you adjust the granny to your liking, posing her arms, adjusting all of her creepy cloth, as I still have to do, and make sure you attach all the wires in the body. She also comes with a clamp right in here to clamp all of her wires to the pole so they don't just hang in there, which is actually quite nice. So let's get on to the demo.
Come closer, little one. Granny just wants to kill her. Kiss, yeah, kiss you good night. Don't be afraid, little one. This is going to have fun. Much more than you. Do you hear that sound? That's the grinding of my bones coming to tuck you in while you're sleeping. Sweet screams!
So that was the Spirit Halloween 2025 Twisted Grandma animatronic. Sorry, I forgot her name for a second. Now, I do have a lot to say about this prop, and kind of nothing at the same time. So when this prop was initially revealed, I believe we actually got concept art for it a while ago. I really didn't like it. Well, it has been completely changed from the original concept art, and I really like how she looks. The puppet mouth, again, I'm happy they went with a plastic head and not a latex head. Although Techie does use vinyl and has in the past. I have Techie props that use vinyl, so I really think they could have gone for a vinyl head on her. But I see why. The puppet mouth is okay. Her detailing is pretty basic. I mean, of course it's good, but I think it's just kind of a standard to have detail like this. Now, when mine activates, I haven't heard it on anyone else's, she makes a loud clicking noise. I assume it's just hitting the relay because it happens whenever she starts to go back. Although when I first turned her on, it happened whenever she spun. So I'm unsure about that. You might be able to hear it in the demo video. So I did, like I mentioned, return Monkey Business for her. She cost $230, Monkey Business cost $330, so right now I have about $100 of Spirit Store credit to spend on something else, which I will hopefully be spending on Fire Demon maybe. Now, she is well worth $230 in my opinion. She looks very good, she seems very high quality. Her setup was really easy, there's not much going on with her. And yeah, I am really happy with this thing. Not one of my top favorites of the year, but Home Depot kind of takes over most of that, which kind of sad I didn't do a video on her or Bride, but hopefully my other Home Depot prop I will be doing a video on. But I do have a fun idea for Granny and the Gravely Granny that I also got from Haunted Hill Farm. I have a scene for them in my graveyard with zombie babies and stuff. It'll be exciting. Maybe I'll buy the cradle. I have a really good idea for a scene with these characters. She's going to work very well for my haunt this year. She adds a jump scare aspect to that area. I honestly don't know how effective the jump scare is really going to be. This is now one of the first props I've gotten this year that is fully working out of box. So that is a good sign. My Tiffany came broken. This Maleficent, so I got a Maleficent on the drop that came broken. Only her bottom eyelids moved. And then I got this Maleficent and her sensor is broken. So I am just keeping this one with the broken sensor and I'm going to use her on step pad, and I was able to get a $100 refund on her. But my experience this year so far has not been great with buying animatronics. Oh yeah, I also got Sam. Sam is my favorite of Spirit this year. Now, I do think the Twister Grandma was done very well. She's a good price. I do recommend her if she works well with your haunt. I really view her as a zombie. Some people view her as possessed. I don't really see that. I mean, I guess because she talks and zombies are kind of just like no words. But yeah, I think she works very well for what she is. And I honestly don't think they really could have done better besides maybe a vinyl face so we could avoid the puppet mouth. But I don't really mind the puppet mouth. It's just kind of like, it's okay. So yeah, I believe this might be the only animatronic I'm getting from Spirit this year besides, of course, Sam and maybe one other animatronic. But I'm pretty much wrapped up on animatronics this year. Probably not many videos coming from me. I have one more animatronic I want from Home Depot and just some other stuff. But I have very big plans for my haunt this year, so I'm hopefully getting a lot of small stuff, but can't really make videos on that. Now, sorry this video is kind of all over the place. It was in my living room, now we're out here. But I hope you enjoyed this unboxing, and I will see you guys in the next video, whenever that is. School started, and life's just going to be busy, but hopefully I can make some other videos, and maybe eventually I'll make videos on Maleficent and Bride. We'll see. But I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.